Bob Harris is the author of a bunch of amazing books, including The International Bank of Bob, which he talks about his experience traveling the world visiting microfinance borrowers.
Hi, I'm Bob Harris, and I'd like to talk about Kiva. For a second, I need to apologize for my appearance because my hair currently looks like jellyfish in gently moving surf. I've been traveling for a couple of months, and I look like it. I'm in Melbourne right now, which is sort of heaven on earth. And I'd like to talk with you for a second about people whose lives aren't exactly this nice. A few years ago, I was a luxury travel writer, and I met a bunch of people in Dubai who were working as the modern equivalent of indentured servants. Guys from South Asia, from southern India, from Sri Lanka, Pakistan, and so on, who were working in Dubai for the equivalent of about $6 a day. This is not a great life. It's actually much better than what they came from, which is why they signed up for it. Back home, they might make $2 a day, $3. So if they're treated honestly, and that's a big if, it can actually be a step up and they can send some money home to their families. That is a horrible situation. And worse, these guys are worked 10, 12 hours a day, brutal sunlight. They die, a lot of them. People are shipped home to Nepal. About one body a day comes back to the Kathmandu airport from working as indentured labor in the Middle East. And I'm looking at that, and I'm a luxury travel writer living in places like this. And I'm thinking, what the hell can I do? How can I help? And fortunately, I stumbled across Kiva and took a bunch of the travel money, made a bunch of loans, and then went out to see if it worked. And sure enough, went to India, went to a lot of places where people have difficult lives. And it was a different situation. Rather than being at risk and exploited, they were working on projects of their own, things that addressed needs of their home, their families, their communities, their neighborhoods, and often with tremendous success. If they weren't leaping out of poverty rapidly, they were getting by. They were glad for the loans. They were happy to have them. And in some cases, they were really making major improvements in their lives. I was really impressed with the people at the microfinance institutions as well, who devote crazy hours to giving great service to the people in their communities who are building their businesses this way. By and large, there's a few exceptions, but really remarkable system of organizations that Kiva works with. So I felt really honored and lucky to be a part of it, and I still do. I still enthusiastically make my Kiva loans. Once a month, I sit down and take the repayments, power them right back out, try to support other people's loans as much as I can, and I encourage anybody else to do it as well. It works. I've seen it firsthand in countries all over the world. I think 5 continents now, about 15 countries or so. Ballpark. I don't have the number at hand. I've visited clients and seen it work. So anyway, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And maybe eventually I'll get a micro loan that'll help me with this hair. So thanks.
We'd like to end this section with a quote by Muhammad Yunus that reminds us that one day, through our actions, global poverty can be a thing of the past. Poverty does not belong in civilized human society. Its proper place is in a museum. That's where it will be.